And gentlemen, we continue the action here from the Mohegan Sun Arena with the Showtime Boxing Prelims, brought to you by TGB Promotions in association with D&D Boxing and Showtime. This next bout will be 10 rounds in the welterweight division. Introducing first in the red corner, wearing the white trunks. He weighed in at 142.4 pounds with a record of 12 wins, including 8 by knockout, opposite of 4 defeats and 2 draws. Fighting out of Buchanan, West Virginia, presenting Dakota, the Lone Wolf Linger. And introducing his opponent across the ring in the blue corner, wearing the white with silver trim. He weighed in at 143 pounds even. His record remains unblemished, 20 victories, including 18 coming by way of knockout, no defeats. Fighting out of La Quinta, California, presenting the rising star, Brandun Lee. The referee in charge of the action is Dan Schiavone.
Okay, fellas, we're over the rules in the dressing room. Expect to obey my commands at all times. Keep the ball clean. Touch them up. Get back to your corners and good luck.
It is our main event here on Showtime Boxing Prelims. Brandun Lee looking to make it 12 straight knockouts on his dossier, taking on Dakota Linger, who is battle-tested and ready to go. And already what stands out to me is the size difference. Brandun Lee has the height advantage. He looks to be the bigger man. The question is, can he land? And he just ate a nice right hand from Dakota Linger. Well, they're just mixing it up. Linger said, you know what, I'm going to fight fire with fire. I don't know of many people that are signing up to do that against Brandun Lee, but I give credit to the bravado and the tenacity of Dakota Linger. Nice stiff jab by Brandun Lee. Brandun Lee and Boots Ennis are very close. They saw in the piece before our main event here on Showtime Boxing Prelims that they FaceTime each other, they talk on a regular basis. They've been around the amateurs together in various national tournaments. Nice stiff jab, followed by a right hand from Brandun Lee. He's already backing up Dakota Linger. This could be extremely problematic. If you're Dakota Linger, you gotta be in the center of that ring. You cannot have your back on the ropes whatsoever. There's a right hand that sprayed Dakota Linger, and even though it was a grazing shot, he felt it, which is why he's retreating backwards. 100 seconds to go here in the first. This one is scheduled for 10. Brandun Lee, very calculated in his demeanor. This is my first time being front and center here and watching Brandun Lee ringside. And I gotta tell you, what stands out to me is how composed he is. He is looking at his opponent, and you could tell that his mind is processing to try to find the openings. There's a left hook, and he's now teeing off on Dakota Linger. Well, this is problematic for Linger, as Lee teeing off. Linger fighting with his back off the ropes, coming forward, but he just gets blasted with a straight right hand down the center. He's the lone wolf. He certainly is alone in that ring against Brandun Lee. Under 45 seconds to go. There's a right hand on the temple by Brandun Lee. Brandun Lee swarming Dakota Linger, a left hook. That smash right into the face of Linger. And let's not forget, Brandun Lee's only 21 years of age. He's been a pro for over 3 years. He's going on his 4th year as a professional. Turned pro back on January 28, 2017. There's a right to the body. Chopping right hands upstairs by Brandun Lee. And that ends the first.
You cannot chase them. Not going down.
Taking a look at some of the action from Brandun Lee. There's that left hook and the chopping right hand there by Brandun Lee.
I'm watching. I got it.
Brandun Lee swarming, and here's this big right hand. Boom, right there, staggering Dakota Linger. I don't know how Linger remained upright. And he kind of just goes ahead and sticks out his tongue.
Stiff jab, double jab, 1, 2, jab. When he comes in, throw the uppercut. Got me? When he comes in, get the pyramid, pop, and a double jab right away. But don't you dropping your left hand when you're throwing the jab. Approach.
As I hear the instruction from Bobby Lee, the father of Brandun Lee, what stands out, or at least what I catch, is the fact that he's a disciplinarian. And that's fine because, listen, boxing is probably as hard as it gets when it comes to sports and athletic competition. So you have to have, there's certain guys that have certain styles. And Bobby Lee is a disciplinarian, but it's all for the betterment of his son's success. So he did give him some praise, but he was like, wait a minute, you're dropping that left hand a little bit too much now. Make sure to be aware of that, even though you're against a guy who's likely doesn't have nowhere near the punching power, and as they like to say, the phrase is outgunned with the weapons that Brandun Lee has compared to that of Dakota Linger. But you can't fall asleep at the wheel. If you do, it will go your way. And now Linger comes forward, he answers with a left hook. He caught Brandun Lee, but Lee throws back with fire. 2 big right hands, followed by a left hook. Now some uppercuts. They're going toe-to-toe now. They're slugging away a little bit here on a Saturday night. Just a little bit of a preview as to what you're going to get on Showtime Championship Boxing. Manuel Rodriguez and Remarks Caballo in our main event tonight. Here from Mohegan Sun. Also, Boots Ennis in action against Chris Van Heerden. Ennis, 26-0, 24 knockouts. There's a crushing right hand by Brandun Lee. But Dakota Linger still coming forward, trying to chase him down. Brandun Lee is fighting a guy in Dakota Linger who, well, there's a stiff jab that backed up Dakota Linger. Linger backed up, and now there's a right to the body as we are coming up on 75 seconds to go in the second. But Dakota Linger's the kind of guy that if I was, and I'm not a matchmaker by any stretch of the imagination, but I would have no problem putting, if you truly believe in your prospect, putting him up against a guy like a Dakota Linger, because he's going to make you work. And the guy's tough. He's not going to go away on 1 or 2 big shots and then go by the wayside. This guy has got a beard on him, and, you know, he likes to mix it up. And as a prospect and as a young contender, you have to fight and beat guys like this. When we talked about falling asleep at the wheel, I mean, look at our previous matchup with Benjamin Whitaker upsetting Zol Durrani. Durrani didn't throw much punches, and it cost him, and Whitaker got the victory by majority decision. Under 30 seconds to go here in the second. Linger crowding Brandun Lee. Linger's breathing heavy, but
keep going.
Knock on him because Brandun Lee is certainly a force to be reckoned with. Double left hook to the body, shot upstairs. Linger in some trouble. He's staggered, and that ends the second.
When you get inside, you get the arms up first. Arms down. Legs out. Legs out a little bit. All right, let's do it.
Taking a look at some action here. There's a left hook to the body. And Lee sprays him with that right hand, backing up Dakota Linger.
Stay with the crispy. When you come, cock it. Throw it up, or plane it, or do something. You get me? But don't drop your hand.
Let's go, guys. Out. Come on.
Coming up on round 3, this one is scheduled for 10. Brandun Lee looking to make Dakota Linger his 12th straight victim by knockout. But so far, Dakota Linger is offering some solid resistance to Brandun Lee, even though he's been shaken up on a few occasions with the power punching from Brandun Lee. There's a right hand to the body. Immediately backing up was Dakota Linger. There's a left hook to the body, and boy, oh boy, Linger is going to be sore in the morning on those body shots if they continue. Compliments of the 21-year-old in Brandun Lee. As I mentioned, Brandun Lee, he has fought twice on Showtime television this year. This is his third straight fight on a Showtime platform here in 2020. Now, this is a young man that you certainly need to get to know. And only 21 years of age with a 90% knockout percentage. There's an overhand right. And Linger eats a right cross followed by a left hook, and now Lee's confidence is starting to grow, and this one is over. And I'm a little, was it over?
117.
So he did wave it off. The referee did wave it off.
117.
But I almost feel like it was premature. So Brandun Lee defeats Dakota Linger by stoppage, but not to pound the pulpit here. I think it was an abrupt stoppage. Linger's like, wait a minute, what happened? How can you stop it?
We'll worry about it. I know you're all right. I'm not even hurt. I know you wasn't hurt. It's all right.
I'm not even hurt, so says Dakota Linger. I don't agree with that. By Danny Schiavone, the referee in charge. I thought it was a premature stoppage, and Dakota Linger is one tough dude. Let him finish off the night on his shield. I think that I'm all about fighter safety here. Mark my words. But let the guy finish. He hadn't tasted the canvas yet. Close to it, but there's a big right hand. Okay, let's take a look at the finish of the fight. It's obvious that Lee's in control. And there's a big right hand, but he was staggered a little bit. He was still throwing, standing in the pocket. He threw a jab, and then he's waved it off. I don't agree with that whatsoever. Look, it could have probably been academic, but let the guy at least have a chance. And even Linger, he tells his corner, he goes, I wasn't even hurt. Well, we'll send it up to our ring announcer, Miguel Flores, with the official particulars.
Bring it over. Let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Dan Schiavone called a stop to this contest at 1 minute and 17 seconds into round number 3 for your winner by TKO and still undefeated, Brandun Lee.
So Brandun Lee remains undefeated, 21 wins, 19 of those by way of knockout, his 12th straight TKO victory.